Good morning, readers, writers, and spellers. This is Mrs. Letterer. I cannot believe that we are almost done with our second grade year and our open court reading and spelling program. So today we're going to read another nonfiction book about a place in New York called Little Italy. Last week we learned about Little Havana in Miami, Florida. And this week, we're going to learn about another special place in New York, and which is very close to us. And I hope you are able to participate in this someday. This piece by Susan Martin and illustrated by Lyle Miller is going to have OUGH spelled words and words with silent letters in it. When we read these books, these decodables, to practice our spelling sounds of the week, it helps us to realize that these words are all around us, and this is called reading in context. So please join me while we read Little Italy in New York. I am going to stop each page to point out words that I hope you noticed. Think about going to live in a new land. It will take much strength to make such a long trip. When you get to the United States, everything is new and strange. You ache for the feeling of home. You ought to make this new place feel like home. What can you do? Say that you know people who also came to America from your old home. Will you spread out all over the new city? Or will you try to stay in the same place? Okay, so on page 18, first of all, I didn't tell you yesterday, but everything is our high frequency word for the week. Everything is a compound word, and it means all of something. The OUGH word on this page is the word ought. Ought means should. You should try to make this new place feel like home. You ought to. Okay, so ought has the AW sound for the spelling OUGH. Page 19. You thought it might be easier to stay together. It is rough to learn everything about the new land on your own. Then more and more people head out for America and find you in your new place. When enough people gather together, you build a new community. Then you try to create scenes and scents that feel a bit like your old home. Which sights and smells remind you of the place you grew up? So friends, last week when we read about Little Havana, we learned that in communities, people have ways of making a community, and that it often revolves around food and music. And we see that even on this page when it talks about scenes and scents. Both of these words have silent letter C's. Okay, we don't hear the C in those words. We also have the OUGH words, thought, which has the AW sound for the spelling OUGH, rough, which has the UF, the UF sound for OUGH spelling, enough, which also has the UF or UF sound for the OUGH spelling, and I already talked to you about scenes and scents. You can see how colorful this part of the city is. Take a look at the picture here and connect it to what we're going to read. How is Little Italy in New York City like home for people who came from Italy? Just stroll along the streets to find the answer. In the late 1800s, many people came to New York from Italy. At that time, life in Italy was tough with very few jobs. So many came to New York to start a new life. In America, people from Italy found new jobs. They opened shops and places to eat. They all lived in the same place. This place became known as Little Italy. Places change over time. Although Little Italy does not sprawl over as many city blocks as it once did, the ties to Italy still remain strong. So let's see what kind of words we can find here to examine. The word people, we do not hear the O in the word people. We have the word tough, O-U-G-H, uff sound for the spelling. And we have the word known. Known has a silent K. Now there's another word in here that I really want you to be able to spell. And the word is your country's name, America. Capital A-M-E-R-I-C-A, America. Okay, let's move on to page 22. Wow, look at here. We see a lot of things going on here. A lot of color. I can almost hear those flags. All around Little Italy, signs use red, white, and green. Why? This is just like the flag of Italy. There are many places to eat that offer tastes from Italy. Most people think the food is splendid. Along these streets, different shops sell foods and goods made in Italy. Each autumn, this community has a big festival. It celebrates a person who meant a lot to the people of Italy, particularly those from Naples, Italy. This festival lasts over 11 days. People gather to see parades, listen to music, and eat good food. They thoroughly celebrate both Italy and life in America. Now, I have personally been to the San Gennaro Festival many times. The name of the big festival is the San Gennaro Festival. On this page, we have the word signs. Signs has a silent letter G. We also have the word autumn. Autumn has a silent letter N. We have the word meant. Meant has a silent letter A. And then we have the word thoroughly. Thoroughly is the O-U-G-H spelling with the long vowel O sound. I hope that you enjoyed this book. Like Little Havana that we read last week, Little Italy is a place in our country that is quite spectacular, and I hope you get to visit one day. Have a wonderful learning day and a wonderful learning week. Bye-bye.